Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Pitt County where Sheriff Paula has announced that she is running for re-election. Dance first took office in 2018, serving as the first black female sheriff in the state. She was then re-elected in 2022 and plans on remaining in the seat next year. Now, she said, quote, "The opportunity to serve these past 2 terms has been a profound honor. My focus has been and will remain protecting all our citizens and supporting the men and women of our office who serve this community. In the next term, we'll build on our accomplishments and continue making new strides with our community partners," end quote. Now, so far, nobody else has announced their intention to run against Dance. Now, in other news, in Bertie County, Sheriff Tyrone Ruffin has also announced his bid for re-election. Now, Bertie County Sheriff Tyrone Ruffin announced that he will be running for re-election. He was elected sheriff in 2022, starting days before his term to fill the position after Sheriff John Hawley retired. In a statement, Sheriff Ruffin said, in part, quote, "As I look back on the start of my administration, I had to put my best foot forward, not just to change the image of the sheriff's office, but also to change the community's perception of law enforcement. Every day, I made an effort to build trust with the public, and I wanted the community to know and see that law enforcement can be approachable and relatable," end quote. Now, Ruffin says he's looking to build on the programs and partnerships he has fostered during his time as sheriff if he were to be re-elected in 2026. Now, Ruffin says he's also looking to continue an aggressive approach to fighting drug, gun, and gang crime across the country. Sheriff Ruffin is the first to announce a bid in the race. Election Day is November 3rd, 2026. And now officers are also asking for your help in locating a missing person. William Wood was last seen on Wednesday, leaving his home in Washington, and has not come back. Police say Wood has a medical condition that requires medication. The 41-year-old man is 6 foot 3 inches tall and weighs 220 pounds. He has red hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a green jacket, gray or khaki shorts, and dark tennis shoes. If you know where Wood is, Washington Police ask that you call them at 252-946-1444. You can also find that number there at the bottom of your screen. And now we want to highlight your weather forecast. Starting to see a few light showers rolling across parts of eastern North Carolina. Of course, the main line of rain that's really going to be rolling through the east this weekend is actually not the one you're seeing on your screen. We've got some rain showers right now moving in from Pender County into Onslow County, even extending a little bit further north, even Duplin County getting in the mix as well. But before we get too far into the weeds on what we've got right now, again, want to highlight that we are tracking that frontal boundary that right now is stretching from, you can kind of see it in southern Ohio, but certainly across Kentucky and then into parts of Tennessee. That is the front that will be rolling through the east coming up on Saturday. Now, what's going to keep a lot of those rain showers from actually reaching us? The mountains. Mountains are going to do a great job of absorbing a lot of that moisture, but won't be able to absorb all of it, just most of it. Right now, again, we are tracking some light showers, even some moderate rain showers coming down across portions of Pender, Duplin, and Onslow counties. They're heading up, well, even Jones County right now getting in the mix, as is southern Lenoir. These showers, again, going to continue to slowly work their way up towards the northeast. And going to get parts of eastern North Carolina a little bit damp, but it's needed. It is very much needed. Here's a look at that drought monitor, and most of eastern North Carolina right now is either abnormally dry or under a moderate drought. Now, we have seen improvements over the past few weeks. The severe drought area has significantly shrunk, but it is still present in portions of Greene, Pitt, Wilson, Nash, Edgecombe, and Halifax counties. So again, getting the rain showers, especially this time of year, it's difficult. This is usually we're entering our dry season. Usually November, we tend to see some of our lowest rainfall that we get through the month. some of our lowest numbers in November. Another kind of dry period happens again in April. But as far as what we've got for today, again, a few splash and dash showers out there. Nothing that you should go changing any plans over. Temperatures continue to warm, upper 60s into the low 70s right now. We've got 70 degrees in Beaufort, Kenansville, Greenville, 71 in Hatteras, 74 in Stumpy Point. Most of eastern North Carolina, though, sitting at either 66, 67, 68, or 69 degrees, essentially the upper 60s. But we've got more heat on the way thanks to the sunshine and the southerly winds. Winds right now 4 to 8 miles an hour throughout most inland areas. A touch stronger as you get closer to the water, but it's more the consistency of the wind direction that should really grab your attention. That's where we're really seeing the push of warmer and more humid air into eastern North Carolina through your Saturday and Sunday. It's going to again be a weekend defined by the warmth, because the warmth is going to come crashing down as we make our way into next week. Average highs, we're going to be above them on Saturday and Sunday, and even later. Well, technically we're above them right now, but we're going to be even more above them. We're going to separate ourselves from those mid-60s averages as we head into the afternoon, likely getting into low, possibly mid-70s later on today. Tomorrow, mid-70s, and then by the time we get to Sunday, we're looking at the upper 70s, possibly low 80s. So again, we're going to be significantly above average, but remember, overnight lows this time of year generally in the mid-40s. Sometimes, again, you flirt with a little bit of a frost potential. So through today, air temperatures again staying above average. But overnight tonight, due to the cloud cover present, we're really not going to get very cool at all. In fact, we'll likely wake up to the mid to upper 50s for the start of your weekend. 7 a.m. temp, 57 degrees, 61 by 8 and 64 by 9 means that even the 50s are going to be short-lived in eastern North Carolina this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon, mid-70s, easy. 74, 75, 76 degrees is where I think most eastern North Carolinians will see their temperatures rise to tomorrow afternoon. And, well, then tomorrow evening, we're going to stay clear, and with calmer winds, air temperatures should drop relatively quickly. Of course, the big drop, though, comes after Sunday and into Monday. Now, this first alert weather day is for Monday night into early Tuesday, but the cold front that'll really spark this big temperature drop moves in Sunday evening to Sunday night. That will drop air temperatures for Monday, but then Monday night, we're looking at temps dropping all the way to around 29 to 33 degrees. Add in a bit of a breeze, and that wind chill will be at a biting 24 to 28 degrees. That will be damaging to any sort of cold-sensitive plants. If you've got exposed pipes, this could actually end up being a hard freeze across more inland areas, and you're going to want to make sure you take care of those pipes. Of course, any pets that stay outside, make sure they have what they need to stay comfortable through the chill. It is going to be cold, and that cold air will stick around all the way through Tuesday. Wednesday morning, we will be a little bit warmer, but even Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, likely looking at air temperatures certainly below our seasonal average by potentially about 10 degrees, looking at kind of the mid-30s by the time we get to Tuesday morning. But again, you'll note that cold air quickly retreats back up towards the northeast, giving us a little bit more warmth over the tail end of next week. But still, it's going to be a cold one coming up on Monday and Tuesday, particularly on Tuesday. 60 degrees the following Wednesday, 64 on Thursday will certainly feel quite nice, but 80 degrees on Sunday is really going to steal the show. Just know that 80-degree air temperature, it will be fleeting in and out of the area before you know it. So again, get out there and enjoy it if you can, but also note that we will have some thunderstorms around the area as well. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Friday.